Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another new episode of Sports News Flash at 12 with your one and only Miguel Mike Medina. It is the biggest trade of the weekend, the biggest trade of the decade, or many people may be thinking arguably the the most shocking trade in NBA history. I won't say history, but I will say decade. The most shocking trade of this decade. Luka Doncic, who finished third in the MVP last year with the Dallas Mavericks, went to the NBA Finals with the Dallas Mavericks. He got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers in a three-team deal. The Mavericks are getting Anthony Davis in return. This is what the Dallas Mavericks general manager, Nico Harrison, had to say about his decision in trading Luka. And I quote, I believe defense wins championships. I believe that getting an all defensive center and an all NBA player with a defensive mindset gives us a better chance. We're built to win now and in the future. Anthony Davis, he turns 32 next month. He's had durability issues and he can be streaky at times. Another thing, and the Mavs, okay, we're wondering what happened between Luka and Dallas. Did they have problems? What is it? Because, like I said, all of us were in shock. NBA players reacted to the trade and they were stunned. Jalen Brunson, who played for the Mavericks, at one point, he thought it was an April Fool's joke. Devin Booker couldn't believe it. Kevin Durant, so many of these players could not believe what they witnessed. So, according to what I've been reading, the Mavericks organization, they were concerned constantly over Luka's conditioning, lack of discipline with his diet and conditioning. And they believe those were things that were contributing to him constantly getting injured. So Luka Doncic, he's been limited to 22 games this season because of a variety of injuries. You know, he's had calf injuries, so many of these other injuries. And by the looks of it, it seems that they've had enough of probably constantly trying to tell him, like, get into shape, you know, so we could avoid these things. But I guess maybe Luka was was not paying attention, or he just wanted to do what he wanted to do. I don't know. These are things that I'm just guessing from the things that I've been reading. But this goes to show you that no one is untouchable in the business of sports. Business is business. Anyone can get traded. If Luka can get traded, one of the top NBA players in the game, young in his 20s, if he can get traded, anyone can get traded. No one is safe. You have to be disciplined with taking care of your body because, you know, teams are trying to win. And I respect for the Dallas Mavericks front office to have the balls to make this kind of move. It's very risky, but it took a lot of guts. And the fact that they're putting winning above before any other particular player's feelings, I salute them. So we will have to see how Anthony Davis will fit with the Mavs and how he will perform with the Mavs. Let's see what Luka can do now that he's with the Lakers. But yeah, this was a shocking trade. A huge shocking trade. I woke up this morning with this news. Wow. I wasn't born when Wayne Gretzky got traded from the Oilers to the Kings. I feel that for me, in my lifetime, this is the Wayne Gretzky moment in the NBA for me. Except that, Luka hasn't won any championships yet. But yeah, crazy stuff. We're focused so much on the Jimmy Butler and where he's going, Zach LaVine and where he's going. Never, 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 never crossed my mind or anybody else's mind that Luka will get moved. Crazy time, crazy week. NBA trade deadline, no joke. Dwayne Wade recently on his podcast revealed that he was battling cancer. Wade said that he removed 40% of his right kidney about a year ago. After receiving a full body scan, the doctor discovered a cyst slash tumor on one of his kidneys, and Wade immediately had to get surgery. Again, I mean, Wade is a guy that's always been healthy. This goes to show you that no matter how healthy you are, how good you look, we cannot escape from any disease. It can come at any age and it can happen to anyone. But I'm glad that D Wade got this done because, hey, health is wealth, health is number one priority. And it can be scary when you hear the word cancer, especially if it's in the early stages, but he wasted no time and he knocked this out of the ballpark. And he did admit that he did feel vulnerable throughout the process because, it's cancer we're talking about. And when you have a family that's even more, you're gonna feel even more vulnerable because, you have this fear of, leaving your loved ones behind and things of that nature. But when you put your faith in the man above, when you walk in faith, when you walk in positive mindset, you can overcome anything. So I'm glad that Dwayne Wade got this thing resolved as early as possible. And I wish him many more years of a healthy, happy life and to constantly check on himself because once you get older, especially when you start hitting your 40s, you constantly have to check up on your health. So it is very, very crucial for all of us, men and women, to go to the doctors and get physical and get ourselves checked because you never know. The All-Star game is around the corner, and I just have to say congratulations to Tyler Hero. He is going to his first All-Star game. Darius Garland going to his first All-Star game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he is one of the starters for the Western Conference team. And then you have players like Sabonis, Trae Young, LaMelo Ball that got left out. There's always going to be snubs in in anything. award shows, all-star games, you name it, there's always going to be some surprises, some snubs, and then some that don't deserve to get in. But there are too many two guards. There's way too many good guards in this league. And I'm happy to see Tyler Hero get in because he has had an absolutely unbelievable season for the Miami Heat. And when it comes to the All-Star game, I don't think that you should value someone on team success. It's all about how you do individually that will get you voted into the All-Star game. So I'm happy that Tyler Hero, Darius Garland are heading to the All-Star game. On Friday, it was an interesting showdown between Giannis and Wemby. Giannis had 35 and Wemby had 30. But San Antonio came out victorious 144 to 118. I like the battle between both of them, especially Giannis. Giannis was kept looking at him, at Wemby, and I just love both men going at it. You have one man from Greece, the other guy from France, and I'm a fan of international players. So much talent nowadays coming from international players, and they're taking over the NBA, and I'm all for it. The ending got interesting because Giannis didn't like the foul that CP3 gave him towards the end of the game, and they were exchanging words after the game. But nobody was in a fight. Nobody was in a fight, and they kept a certain distance from one another, but they was not gonna do nothing. I mean, both guys are valuable to their teams in different ways, so nobody was gonna fight. But that was an interesting back and forth exchange from CP3 and Giannis. Moving on to golf. As you guys know, this weekend is the Pebble Beach tournament. And the weather, especially on Saturday, there was some heavy winds. Some heavy winds. Right now, Sepp Straka, he leads the Pebble Beach tournament with a 7 under 65. But round three Saturday, even though they don't lead the scoreboard, but they're getting closer. They're getting closer to Sepp, and that's Rory McIlroy and Shane Lowry. Both of them, they're chasing for that number one spot. They put on a show on Saturday. It was a great day for them. Rory, he started off slow, but he overcame some challenges and he had a good day. The one player that I picked ahead before this tournament to win this tournament because he finished runner up last year, and I feel like this year he is due to some victories. An incredible talent. I'm a fan of him, and that's Ludwig Aberg. Unfortunately, he had to withdraw from the tournament this weekend because he's battling illness. So I wish him a speedy recovery. I want to see that kid win some events this year. He has a lot of talent. He has a lot of talent, and he overcame some injuries, but I feel that the rust is no longer there. So I really hope that Ludwig has a great year. Last but not least, hockey. The Vancouver Canucks traded JT Miller to the New York Rangers. Miller is back with the Rangers, but his first game back with the Rangers did not turn out to be so great because Boston Bruins, they crashed the party, they ruined it. They beat the Rangers 6-3. Miller did have 2 goals, but it wasn't enough. Rangers defense, they were no bueno in this game. JT Miller, he's 31 years old. He played 6 seasons with the Rangers from 2012 to 2018. So hopefully things go well in his second stint with the Rangers. I know that things ended lousy with Vancouver, especially this whole situation with him and Elias Peterson. So it has to work. It has to work. Chris Drury, he shaked up this roster. He traded Jacob Trouba, um, Capo. He really shaked things up, and the Rangers are playing impressive lately. Um, Hopefully, with JT Miller back on the squad, he can help the Rangers into reaching higher levels. He can be more of an asset than a liability. So all eyes on him. All eyes on him. That concludes this episode of Sports News Flash at 12. Please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Enjoy your Sunday, guys. May God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you guys next week for a new episode of Sports News Flash at 12.